I'm back. What are we doing? What are we getting into? We are going to play, by the way, if you're watching this on Fluorescent, Second League, unless I reverse the order, in which case first or Second League with the Daybreak account. Shout out Daybreak Games, thank you. We're playing Reanimator. This is a very recent Reanimator by Bauer. List that I pulled off of MTG Top 8. I can't remember the name of the event. I think it was actually a challenge, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a challenge. Yep, Requiem, we're playing some Reanimator. I'm not going to go over this too in depth because it is a Reanimator list. I will go over the weird things. 14 lands is normal. The Reanimator suite, the most interesting thing is we're on 3 Animate Deads instead of playing any life deaths. So there's none of those. Therapy, all that's good. Our Reanimate targets are kind of strange here. We've got Symbiotic Wurm, which you sometimes see like 1 or 2 of. They're on all 4. 4 Nishoba is normal, and then the other Reanimate target is actually Multani Maro-Sorcerer. Typically, in Reanimator, what you'll see people do is they'll put Multanis in the sideboard for when they become an Oath of Druids deck, which is pretty effective. This deck says, I believe in Multani so hard, I'm going to main board 4. The sideboard also does not change into an Oath deck, it stays all in on Reanimator. 3 Red Blasts, 3 Crumbles, 3 Ascendant Evincar, which is really good against Elves, pretty solid against Goblins too. And then 2 Akromas, notably there's none on the main board, that's kind of a weird selection. And then something, we're gonna have to workshop this as we play this league, I don't know why, but there are 4 Ray of Revelations in the sideboard, which is so many Ray of Revelations. So I'm pretty interested to see what matchups I can think of that they can come in on, but that's all you need to know. Let's hop into a league. All right, we got it. We got our little, now you can see down there, the game count. Okay, we found our first opponent and we will be on the play with our Reanimator deck. This hand contains, it's interesting, Sickening Dreams can get these things into the graveyard, and we've got Reanimate and Exhume. If we're against something like Dreadnought, this looks really bad. If we're against like Goblins, Sly, Reanimator, or Elves, and one of those decks, it looks fine. So I'm actually going to keep it. Hey man, just watching your birds on the other screen. Oh, nice. Thank you, thank you. Good luck, have fun. Opponent mulligans to 6. We've decided to keep this for better or for worse. That's a good hand, definitely a keep. I'm always nervous when I can't like do the thing on turn 1 or turn 2, which this hand can't. But on the play, turn 3 is often going to be fast enough. And then like Sickening Dreams, if this is a creature-based matchup, should be incredible. So we're just going to go, I think, Gemstone Mine and ship the turn. No island, please. Swallowville sub with Prime. Thank you for the Prime. 5 months. Wow. Almost a half a year. Woody Footy, fetch, F6. I like that land. Oh my God, I've been waiting for you to revisit Reanimator. Yeah, we'll be checking in on it. We're not going to stop playing it. Don't get me wrong. All right, so this is an easy Sickening Dreams for 2. Oh, well, I guess we're still going to Sickening Dreams, right? Yeah, I don't want to pay 6 life to Reanimate. So yeah, we're going to Sickening Dreams for a black and 1, and we'll discard Phantom and Multani, yield to all, yield through turn. It is Sly, yep. And then we're going to Exhume Phantom Nishoba and assume that will be enough. Grim Lavamancer is fine. All right, now play your Tormod script from your main board really quick for me. Sly can't deal with Nishoba. Very rarely can it deal with Nishoba. Tap for 1, Seal of Fire for sure. So I'm going to go down to 16 to do this, but ooh, Petal. I think we'll hold off on reanimating until we've gained some life. So we'll go black. They're going to get their Goblin Patrol back, which is somewhat interesting, I guess. Red, no response. Exhume. I will take Nishoba, and then you may go. Something they can do here that's actually interesting. They can Seal of Fire the Nishoba to make it a 6-power creature, shoot it with the Grim Lavamancer to make it a 5-power creature, then like attack. Like it's going to be hard for them, but Sly technically has some funky lines they can take to try to shrink the Nishoba out of range quick enough, right? But we're going to start just full sending this thing. And at some point, we might not even reanimate Multani. We might just wait until Phantom Nishoba looks like it dies and then we buy it back. Goblin Patrol equals speed bump for Nishoba, does it? It becomes a 6/6, they block it, and then they take 6. I mean, yeah, it's a speed bump is, I think, the right way to look at it. They can't really attack. They can't just let me gain 7 life, right? All right, they're just passing, I guess. You'll gain a lot of life, which should be fine. Yeah, that's my thinking. It's like, we'll just gain 1 billion life and that'll be enough. We draw Undiscovered. We'll play that happily. Go to combat. Beep, beep for 7. Block with Lavamancer. I like it. You got to start taking some of that pain away. If they're going to navigate this game to a win, this is like the way they have to play the matchup. Although they probably should have, they can still do it. Seal of Fire it now to negate like 1 point of life gain. Perfect. Very smart. Though they Seal of Fire me. Okay, maybe not as perfect. Oh no, they can activate Lavamancer. They're going to hit me with the Lavamancer. Ooh, they probably need to hit the Nishoba, as awkward as it's going to be to do that. Do they hit? Who are they hitting? They hit me. Oh, they hit the, oh, that's so smart. No, it's not. No, it's not. It has trample. They hit their own Lavamancer, but I forgot Nishoba has trample, so it just doesn't work. Okay, what's good against this deck? I don't think Ray of Revelation. Chat, do we want Ray of Revelation just for Sulfuric Vortex? Opponent says, never mind, it has trample. Yeah, it does. Sorry, guy. That's a bummer. I didn't mean for it to be that cracked. We can think about Ascendant Evincar. Ooh, did Bobby just subscribe? Bobby, thank you for the Prime sub, buddy. Akroma is insane. They just straight up can never deal with it. We don't know if they're on pillar or not. Maybe like Hedge, bringing like a couple of Ray of Revelations. Is Ascendant Evincar like too like meh? I think Multani kind of sucks in this matchup. Hands are going to get like emptied super fast. Evinstar has an anti-ball lightning tech, isn't he? That's true. I think I kind of want to trim at least one actual reanimate. So maybe I'll bring in like an Evincar too. I think we'll try this. The Ray of Revelation could wind up being unimportant, but I'll be happy if to see it if they wind up having a Sulfuric Vortex, which not every slide deck plays anymore, to be fair, but some do. You can update Stream Decker, please. Yeah, I still haven't had, I need to have a long, talky meeting with my my mod to get all that info. He normally handles it all, but he's very busy right now. I might even need to take on another mod at some point. This hand I think sucks. It just like doesn't reanimate, right? I don't know. Chat, what do you think? There's no way to reanimate, but like I've got Careful Study, the way to pitch the Phantom Nishoba. Hand seems awful. Yeah, you're right. It's probably too risky. Just seeing Phantom Nishoba fills me with hope, right? But I see shipping it being a good idea. This hand has Putrid Imp, pitch Nishoba, reanimate it, pray 2 times, pitch Careful Study. Probably pitch Ascendant Evincar. No, probably pitch redundant Nishoba, right? If they go turn 1 Tormod script, we're like doomed, right? But we keep it. We make them have it. You know, we should have brought in our Crumbles. We need, next time, we're going to take out these fucking Rays and bring in Crumble. Because of course our opponent's going to like play Tormod script, play Phyrexian Furnace, whichever hate piece they have, right? Pup, Tormod script? No Tormod script? Okay, Dark Red off the top. Exhume. Swamp, tap it, Putrid Imp. You may go. I even think I'm blocking the Jackal Pup. Mog Fanatic, I cannot block the Jackal Pup. Tough for me. All right, activate, pitch, Ascendant. Just in case they have Phyrexian Furnace, I want to put something underneath the Phantom Nishoba, is my thinking. Activate, pitch Phantom Nishoba. No response, it's dead. Yield through turn. Am I dead? Tormod script me? No? Land off the top? Damn. Well, I guess I'm losing a bunch of life. Reanimate, Phantom Nishoba, yield through turn. Oh, we won. Wow, they just conceded to that. That's fair. Like, we were paying so much life that if they had like Bolt, Fire Blast or something, they could like reasonably try to win the game, but I guess they didn't have it, so we get to round 2. All right, we found our round 2 opponent, and we are on the draw, which is a bummer. Can we keep the hand? Yes, we can. We can keep this hand, I believe. Keep. Forest, for sure. Draw a Lotus Petal. Can't quite do anything with that just yet, so we'll just play a Gemstone Mine, and I think we'll just ship the turn. Yeah, we just ship it. That's a forest, so we'll see what our opponent's up to. We could Dreams right now, but if we dream, like, I'll wait till next turn. No, next turn we can just go Lotus Petal, City of Brass, Dreams. Like, even this Mesmeric Fiend, it's like good, but they're gonna have to take like, I guess they have to take Dreams. We couldn't do it turn 2. We had to wait till turn 2 no matter what. Because what do? We hand size the worm? There's no way that's right. All right, they took our Sickening Dreams. Let's draw, that one, I guess. Did my opponent misclick? Because that was definitely the correct take here. Yeah, but we could just do that this turn, right? Like, Charlotte, I see what you're saying, but I could also just, if they didn't Mesmeric Fiend, I'd just go Petal, City, Sickening Dreams, reanimate the worm. Yeah, but I think I'd rather, like, they played a forest, so I wasn't sure exactly what they were on. I think my line of play is like totally fine here. Okay, immediately rewarded. Blue, Careful Study. All right, we will pitch Symbiotic Wurm and a land. I guess I kind of just want to exhume it instead of reanimating it, just so I don't take like a billion damage. So I guess I'll just pitch a reanimate, and then I'll play a Gemstone Mine, just maintain my life total to the best of my ability. Black. You know what? Maybe it's better to do this off Petal. That way, if I can like play a threat off Dark Ritual later, and that could be okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Petal, Exhume, black, and whatever color this clicks first. There's my worm. Go. And if they kill it, it makes 7 1/1s. That's gotta be reasonably okay. Wall of Blossoms? That doesn't beat this worm. All right, they're just playing wall, land, and passing. I'm okay with that. Draw a Multani. Why couldn't you have come down just a touch earlier? Can I cast you? Oh, I can come so close to casting you. I can make 5 mana. We'll see if we can cast it next turn. Combat, attack, damage. Well, that worked, huh? Okay, go ahead. I guess points for Lotus Petaling, because now if I draw land, I can just hard cast Multani. And that's like another nightmare for them to deal with. Wall of Blossoms, I'm yielding, buddy. I got nothing for you. They got some cool blockers. Symbiotic Wurm does not, in fact, have trample. Cabal Therapy. Name Reanimate, because they know I have it. But then what do? Cabal Therapy hit my Dark Ritual, so I can't hard cast the Multani? Because they can't hit the Multani, or I'll just like, it'll be in my graveyard, which is right where I want it. I'll take 1. Draw land. Reanimate. For sure. Okay, combat. Attack you. Go. Moto bug, yep. Thoughtseize bug, easy peasy. You know, it's funny. I don't think I was supposed to, but I totally could have reanimated their Wall of Blossoms. But I don't think that's actually that good. Birds for sure. Land, 4 mana, Ravenous Bailoff, Masticore. That's pretty good. Take 1, land. Combat, beat, kill another wall. Let's make a Multani, I guess. Dark Ritual for black, and then Multani for a black, a green, and a green. And then I will let all these triggers resolve. This is fine with me. I have a 3/3. It is the weakest Multani ever. It's true. Ooh, Cycle Crows and Tusker. I can reanimate that. Another land. Technically, killing this Multani is possible. Not horribly likely, but possible. A morph? That's got to be what? The little dude? Bane of the Living? Or could it be an MTGO Vigilante? Well, now I suppose that... Ooh, Putrid Imp. Now I suppose that trying to reanimate... Ooh, Plague Spitter, though. Can I, like, safely reanimate Plague Spitter? It takes out the Mesmeric Fiends. That's interesting. Let's go to combat. I can't stop sending this in for 7. They block for sure. It's just an MTGO Vigilante. And then, yeah, I guess we're going to sack a land here. I have to be conscious of my life total. And I'll actually reanimate the Plague Spitter going to 9. So what is our opponent on here? Rexer. And I won't play the Putrid Imp because I want that thing to have power and toughness still. But now I can like block the Masticore with the Plague Spitter if I need to. And it'll like, I guess it'll also kill my Multani, which is funny if they play the card out of their hand. But then they're racing a Symbiotic Wurm. On the note of my UI being a little bit clunky because I don't update my Stream Decker, I have a meeting with Juice on Monday. We just planned it right in the middle of the stream. So that'll hopefully, stuff will start to make more sense. Juice is getting busy. He's got a kid, wife, full-time job, you know. So I'll have to start doing some of this on my own unless I can find another person to help out with it. It sounds like it's like pretty easy, but this is like streaming MTGO on Twitch is the easiest part of doing all this by a significant amount. All right, yield all. You may do that. You just named Sickening Dreams, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Just make sure I don't have Sickening Dreams for later, which I kind of like. That was a pretty smart play from opponent. And then they Therapy, and this will kill the Multani. I like that too. But if they run out of cards, they lose their Masticore. Attackers, end step, Migo, no response to the Plague Spitter. Goodbye Multani, I draw a Swamp. Combat, I believe I'm just full sending. Ooh, I see what they've done here. They've set up this gambit where the Masticore is going to make it so it can constantly regenerate under the Symbiotic Wurm, and then I'll die to my own Plague Spitter. That's sweet. Although it only works if I don't, like if I attack with Plague Spitter, it doesn't work as well. So I'll full send. 1, 2, regenerate Masticore for sure. Put 4 damage on this. So, oh, wait, 4, 5. Oh, no, they can kill my, this is so good. Oh, I just played myself. Because now they can use the Plague Spitter I just reanimated to kill all of the Symbiotic Wurm tokens. Because I believe the Masticore still dealt damage when it was regenerated. So now I think that they're going to be able to shoot it twice, and then the Plague Spitter will kill all my 1/1s. That's so sick. Coin Man, props, dude. That was a sick play. So we need to draw like Exhume. Yeah, that was good. That wasn't on my radar. Like I wasn't even thinking about that. Discard the last card to your Masticore. No response. Yeah, I should have just attacked with the Plague Spitter. I could have probably won this game if I had done that. Now I have to draw like Exhume right now. Sickening Dreams. Well, I guess we can like sit here and stare at the Masticore. They'll just kill the Plague Spitter, right? I guess that's fine. I'll make him spend the mana. And then I've got to draw Exhume on the spot. They should have killed the Plague Spitter. The Masticore kills me faster than the Plague Spitter does. I guess they can do it right now. But if they drew something they wanted to play, I guess there's nothing they want to play because the Masticore simply exists and they have to spend the rest of the game feeding that. Attackers. Okay, well, I'm going to block. Yield through. We'll both take 1. You'll go to 8. And then it's like Exhume or bust. Reanimate doesn't do it. Swamp. I guess I get 1 more turn. I should be playing out my lands. Yield through turn. Animate Dead's also fine. Yeah, we've got some good top decks here, but it's starting to look pretty nasty. Let's see if we just get insanely lucky. Oh, they let the Masticore go? Excuse me? Withered Wretch. That does make sense. Wall of Roots. Although, does it actually make that much sense? No, they could have just... Now Exhume still lets me hit something, right? Phantom Nishoba. Dark Ritual lets me cast it. We pass. Yeah, you get my dudes. Dark Rit go. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. And it has to happen like now. Because if I have to use the City of Brasses to cast it, it's like that or bust. Yeah, they shouldn't have let the Masticore go. I've got so few outs to that. Second Phantom Nishoba. I guess now I can like Sickening Dreams for 2. They eat both my Nishobas, and then I'm just like, what are we waiting for if we do that? It truly doesn't matter. That's our only play. 1, 2. No, because the Withered Wretch is going to take out the Phantom Nishobas. There's going to be nothing for us to reanimate. But we can still like hope they don't have a threat and hope we draw like Careful Study, and the next 2 cards after the Careful Study are like Phantom Nishoba, Reanimate, or whatever. And maybe that's good enough. Ooh, they're eating their own targets. Very smart. Although that puts them kind of stone cold to Exhume, right? All right, we're in draw go mode now. Petal. I'm going to play out everything I draw because it's like in risk of getting duress or therapy or whatever. No heaters allowed, opponent. Yield through turn. We're so close to just being able to cast Multani. but it would kill us to cast it right now. That does. I shouldn't have played that land. Good call. Cabal Therapy? Yeah, that's fine. Yield through. You see a Multani, and then if you hit it again with Cabal Therapy, I guess I can reanimate it if I need to. Putrid Imp, I would have played a Putrid Imp. I think you named Careful Study there. Swamp from hand. You have a threat. No threat. Untap, draw. Cabal Therapy. What could they have? Could they have a Survival? No, they would have played that for sure. I'm just going to hold this card. 1, Birds of Paradise for sure. Another one, Cabal Therapy. Yeah. You're going to get the Multani this time? Yeah, I like it. That way, because if I draw a land, I can hard cast it, and I've got a card in my hand, which makes it a little bit awkward. Take a draw. Exhume. If I Exhume, what could they get? If I Exhume right now, they could certainly blow me out. They could get back their Withered Wretch, and then they just Cabal Therapy, my Cabal Therapy that they know about, and if they have a card in their hand they can play, it kills the Multani, so we just yield. Now, if we draw into, let's say, a good threat, like a Phantom Nishoba or something, we can just therapy ourselves, right? There's another Multani. Yeah, we're not going that route. Yield. We're just going to keep holding cards and hope our opponent keeps drawing dead. It's not horribly likely to continue for too much longer. That's 3 mana. That's got to be something right there. Deranged Hermit. So now we need to find our last Sickening Dreams and cast it for 1. That's our out here. Cabal Therapy for sure. What do you name? Exhume? Sickening Dreams. They read it too. They can also read that. The Sickening Dreams is the only thing that saves me. Let's draw Careful Study into Sickening Dreams, please. Cabal Therapy. I wonder what they hit here. Just Exhume, probably. Yeah. Dreams? Animate Dead? What do you do? Stone Cold nothing? Can you target anything in any graveyard? You can. Does that mean anything? Kind of. I can reanimate a Wall of Blossoms and look for Sickening Dreams again. Animate Dead. Wall of Blossoms. No response. Wall of Blossoms comes in. Do I draw Sickening Dreams? I draw another Animate Dead. That is hilarious. Black, whatever. Animate Dead, your Wall of Blossoms. Watch me get the Sickening Dreams now that I die if I cast it. Okay, we're super dead. That was a cool little line, though. I wonder if it was the next card. It was not. Okay, begin sideboarding. So this is Rexer. I believe they have Survival. Chat, we think they have Survival in their deck, right? I think Akroma is pretty good. I don't know that we want Crumble. No Red Blast. Ascendant Evincar, is it like... Yeah, I don't think it's like good enough to bring that in versus birds. I think, or like the Mesmeric Fiend. I don't think that matters enough. We'll just bring in these 6. It does hit squirrels too. That's true. 1 just for the Hermit. It's not like I can tutor it though, right? What am I taking out? Which one of my creatures are like actively bad? Multani sucks, we think? Yeah, I guess they just like block it forever. And then 2 more for the Akromas. I don't think they have Tormod's Crypts. They're playing Withered Wretch, right? Like Withered Wretch is my big problem. Cut like a Worm for the Akroma. Now after this, I can't cut anymore because now I'm down to 8, 9 reanimatable creatures. As a matter of fact, I don't think I can cut this Worm. As a matter of fact, I think I have to bring in like at least 1 more reanimatable target. So maybe it's like, maybe Animate Dead's really shaky. Maybe I can cut like 1 of those, or maybe it's Exhume. No, it's probably Animate Dead. Cut like 1 of those, 1 less Ray of Revelation. And then like, how good is Sickening Dreams? It's like, fine. I don't know. I'm done thinking about it. So we'll just go up a card. Who needs to think when I can just go up a card? All right, deck, I need a turn 1 reanimate, please. This hand has everything a growing boy needs to reanimate except for the creature. We don't take these chances, I don't think, right? Animate Dead is worse with the Akroma in our deck. That's a good call. Easy keep, you think so? With no reanimate targets? That seems sketchy to me. We've got 2 looks. We have 2 looks. All right, we'll try it. Chat says keep, we keep. Swallowville, I agree. I think it's risky. But 2 people from chat said let's try it, so I'm going to gamble. It's too late. I clicked it. We go City of Brass. We're going to open on the Careful Study. Cast for a blue. Yield to all. All right, we miss. Petal plus Sickening Dreams, I guess is what we're pitching. And then I guess we're going to play the Putrid Imp and pass. Maybe we should have played out the other Petal. Who knows, though? Birds is fine. Off the top, please. No luck. Combat attack for 1. Wall of Roots is fine. 2 mana for a second Wall of Roots is also fine. Is that all you got? We got like 1 more top deck before it becomes like, I don't think we're going to be able to get the tempo we need to win the game. Ray of Revelation? I mean, at least if they have fight and survival, we can like hang with it, but we can't attack because our Putrid Imp still lacks flying. Swamp, 1, 2, survival. Okay, so they got the survival, 2 in hand. What do we pitch in? Crows and Tusker? I think we'll hit the survival at their end step. I believe they're going to go get Squee, and I'm fine with them having a Squee. That doesn't bug me. All right, they pitch Squee, which is also fine. Probably Withered Wretch, and I think we're cooked. Oh, Mez Fiend. Okay, that's fine. All right, we will Ray of Revelation, the survival. And now that they're casting Mesmeric Fiend, we're for sure going to top deck the Reanimate target. Sickening Dreams, I suppose, would be just fine here. Swamp. We're just going to play our hand out. There's no reason not to. I also guess we're going to play this Petal, or are we like planning to make Putrid Imp into a flyer, a 2/2 flyer. We might actually do that. We're just going to pass for now. Although I guess, no, we're going to take this weird line. Attack, activate, pitch. You have flying now. We're going to go on the Putrid Imp aggro plan. They're going to get their squee back. Luckily, there's a Ray of Revelation on our graveyard, so even if they have a second survival, we can kind of hang with it for a little bit at least. There's a squee in hand. I would almost hardcast it. They can hear us. Smart. I wonder what the last card in their hand is. Please don't be Withered Wretch. Diabolic Intent? Tough. Not only did they cast their squee, they actually converted it into value. That's not fair. Damn, shame we lost that game one. We should have looked into the future and seen our opponent's line. Like, if we were actually looking for it, it would have been more obvious, but it wasn't even on my radar as something that could happen to us. They went to get a secret card. We don't get to know what it is. Attacking with that Mesmeric Fiend would have been fine there, I think. Okay, well, we've got a plan. Discard Therapy. This can't block, and it has flying. Attack you. Putrid Imp aggro. What do we see here? Withered Wretch. All right, we're not going to beat our head into this. I think they got us good. They got Withered Wretch, so we don't have the Putrid Imp aggro plan. Oh, Coin Man, you beat me up so hard. That was mean. It's my own fault for losing game one, though. That was such a good play. I'm excited for that to get uploaded. That's like a play that if I was playing the green-black deck, for sure I would have missed that. There's no way I would have caught that. All right, we got an opponent, and we are on the play. What does this hand do? It's not a lot. This hand, if it had... Hey, chat, we're not making this mistake again, right? We're not making the mistake of keep on careful study, simply don't find the reanimate target. Coin Man, what's up? GG's. I was surprised I took game one there. I was actually just gushing about your sick line with Mastercore against my Symbiotic Wurm. That was good. I'm gonna ship this for sure, guys. That was a good line. I like that a lot. Mulligan? This hand can turn one Symbiotic Wurm. Keep. All right, what are we actually doing? We're gonna go City of Brass into Dark Ritual, Putrid Imp, pitch Symbiotic Wurm, Animate Dead it. So we pitch second Dark Rit, and that lets us do everything. City of Brass, Dark Rit, 3 black mana. 1 black mana, pitch, Animate Dead. Done. City of Brass, Dark Rit. Hopefully our opponent doesn't Swords us. That would be really lame. Putrid Imp. Let me respond to my opponent. And then we will activate Imp, pitch Symbiotic Wurm. Thanks. I was slightly worried because all the damage markers disappeared on my screen. I noticed that too. The same thing happened on my screen. I was like, does Regenerate take damage away? But it doesn't. It doesn't. It was just so good. All right. I have a turn 1 Symbiotic Wurm. Is that okay, opponent? Don't Swords me, bro. That would be really disappointing for me. That is Swords mana. All right, but it's just a duress. You've got my Cabal Therapy. All right, let's go to combat. Chat question. I know they didn't Swords us. Is it possible they're sandbagging their swords? Should I Cabal Therapy Swords? I would be really tempted to sack Wurm naming Wrath of God. Do you think so? If they Wrath, I just kill them anyway, right? Flashback Cabal makes 7 1/1s. Oh my God, I forgot I can sack the Wurm. Hit you, sack Symbiotic Wurm, name Wrath of God. I see what's happening here. So we don't care about swords and we just name Wrath of God. Oh, that is good. I forgot how Symbiotic Wurm works. Wrath of God? All right, they're not playing anything that I thought they were playing. So there's my 7 worms. Here's my land. You may go. You're on a 2-turn clock. Plains and just pass. Great. Yield through. On tap. Oop, they concede. I agree with that. Yeah, that was a pretty good start for me. Shocker. So we saw Academy Rectors and stuff. I think we're just like trying to be the most aggressive Reanimate deck we can be. I think we'll bring in Crumbles literally just to play around. Maybe we should bring in Rays since they're doing shenaniganery with the Academy Rector. I don't know if we care about Akromas. Maybe Akroma's a little bit better than Multani. Ray versus 2 Rectors. I mean, there were 2 Rectors in their hand. Oh, you're agreeing. I see. Yeah. Rays. So I think that means we can't afford Crumble. I think Akroma's better than some stuff like Multani. Multani does dodge swords. Maybe it's Symbiotic Wurm. And because of that, we need to cut like at least 1 Animate Dead because of the Akromas. We don't want to run into that on purpose. And then I suspect 4 Rays is too many. And then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we don't want to cut any more creatures, I don't think. Sickening Dreams, number 1. And don't think too hard. Just sideboard in 5, take out 4. It's legal. They can't stop me. Submit. All right, opening hand. What do? You reanimate a Phantom Nishoba on turn 1. Opponent, are we going for gold? Are we just assuming they don't have swords again? We can go Swamp, Petal, Cabal Therapy me, Nishoba, reanimate it, fingers crossed. Fuck it. We're not shipping that. Duress. Cabal Therapy? Yeah, that's fine. I wonder what they name. Reanimate would be the most reasonable name, I think. But they hit Dark Rit. All right, we're going for it. If they have swords, they have swords. Oh, guys, imagine I draw Symbiotic Wurm. I don't. Okay, we're going for the line. Petal, Swamp, Therapy, target me, Phantom Nishoba, reanimate the Nishoba, pay a black. All right, show me the way, chat. how to get swords to plowshares in one easy step. There's Windy, going to get that white source, I assume. Yield. STP, upsetting. Upsetting. I did just walk into that, though. Another Reanimate. Well, that could eventually be good. We'll play Gemstone for now, just in case we need to utilize the Ray of Revelation. They always have it. They didn't have it last game. Yeah, we do at least get the life back. Oh, no, not Duress. Well, they hit Reanimate because Ray of Revelation is better for my graveyard than it is my hand, typically. Untap, draw Multani. Okay, Swamp, go. So much hate. 1 swords. Too much hate. For now, there's too much hate. Yep, you got a Furnace. Take a draw, it's Therapy. Academy Rector. Got one, and a Swords. All right, they definitely have all the hate. Pass. 3. Morph. Ew. Is that an Exalted Angel? You jerk. Untap and draw. Gemstone Mine. No. Nope. We're hopping back in. We're running it back. I think that we want to lean a little bit further in to Multani when we assess our opening hand. That's it. I don't think we're changing anything major here. Although maybe we want to be more insistent on our game plan, not play so many reactive spells. Crumble. Yeah, Crumble's probably good versus the Tormod script. Or not the Tormod script, the Phyrexian Furnace. So we can bring like the first Crumble maybe. That makes us really want a second one though. Yeah, the Worms probably are better than Nishoba's. They open up more lines with Cabal Therapy for sure. And because it's a sword matchup, maybe like I'll go down 1 creature and play another Crumble just in case. Submit. Yeah, we don't need life. They're not really racing us. We'll be on the fly. This hand contains no things. We will mulligan. This hand contains additionally no things, but I've got a Putrid Imp. I guess we'll keep. We'll ship some shit. What if I just go Putrid Imp aggro? What if I go like turn 1 Darkrit Imp swords, Nate swords with Cabal Therapy and call it good? Mulligan this, you think? This 6-card hand? Go for something better? Get greedy? I mean, I guess Reanimator is just the greediest deck ever. Mulligan. All right, once again, no creatures. Careful Study, Exhume, so we just have to keep this. We had to pitch Crumble, Darkrit, and this is a very bad Careful Study hand. At least my opponent also mulliganed the 5, but I don't think our 5's particularly strong. Don't pitch the Crumble. I think we have to pitch the Crumble. Believe in this Careful Study. What an awful Careful Study. Okay, I guess we're pitching Sickening Dreams plus Dark Ritual. This is bad, you guys. Yield. I kind of wish we kept the that first hand. There's a Reanimate. I mean, this could go crazy. Ouch. All right, good one, good one, good one, good one, good one, good one. Yes. Multani plus Lotus Petal. Any order. City of Brass. Pay a black. Let's just cast the Reanimate before clicking black, just in case I misclick. Black. Yield through. All right, we got a 6/6. Fight me. Edict. Ravenous Rats. There goes my Exhume. All right, we draw. We go to combat. I'm not playing lands out. I just want to have cards in my hand. They take. I like that. Phyrexian Arena for sure. That's going to grow my my Multani. Draw another Multani. That's cool. They're legendary, so that's not coming into play. Attack you and go. All right, continue. You go to 9, and now I've got a 7/7. This thing does not, however, trample. Tower, Duress. Yeah, I got nothing. Therapy my Multani. Don't shrink my stuff. Don't shrink my Multani. I need that. Now it's only a 3/3. Morph. Oh no, not an Exalted Angel. How am I going to beat that? I guess you never draw white source. That's how I beat that. Attack. Yield. Imagine if there, yes, indeed, imagine if Therapy could hit lands. That would be really bad for us, huh? Yield. Okay, now they've got 3 in hand, and if they want to flip Angel, they probably can't do anything else. 1, 2. Don't you edict me. 1, 2. Gerard's Verdict would be very lame. Windswept Teeth. Quit shrinking my Multani. Flip Angel. Like we can try to race an Angel. I don't think it's going to work out, but we can try. Duress. You hit my Cabal Therapy. If their last card is Ravenous Rats, I'm going to have a fucking panic attack. Oh, come on. Come on. Opponent, could you get luckier? Jesus, that's so good. That's so good. Oh no. What are we flipping? Bane of the Living? Oh, and they add Clock to the board. That's so good. Oh no. What's up, Ray of Revelation? I'm not going to cast you because that Phyrexian Arena is my only win con. Go. Opponent, fuck you. Crack your Windswept Heath, tap for white. Do it again in your upkeep. Oh my god. That was so good. Damn it. We're going to get into round 4. Oh, that hurt my feelings. It's always the other side with the magic hands. Yeah, that hurt my feelings, guys. I didn't like that at all. All right, found our opponent, and we're on the play with some Reanimator. Let's try to redeem ourselves from last round. Now, with this hand, what do you do? Does this hand do anything, or is it sneakily nothing? I mean, I can Cabal Therapy myself, naming Symbiotic Wurm, and just go. Sure, keep. I'll pitch Multani. Gemstone Mine. Maybe it's better to name Multani, just in case my opponent's playing swords. No, I guess I can just, like, flash back the therapy using the Symbiotic Wurm. So yeah, I'll target myself. Symbiotic Wurm. All right, opponent, this is where you duress me on turn 1. Just an island. Let's draw a land to play around days, please. All right. We can't play around the days, so we got to go for it. Reanimate Symbiotic Wurm? Oh, we have it. I think we're flashing back Therapy, naming like Phyrexian Dreadnought now. Sack this worm. Phyrexian Dreadnought. Okay, this is madness. Understood. Go. Careful study? Yeah, that's fine. No root wall is allowed upon it. Oh man, they found one. Combat, full send. Funnily, it would have been better to leave the Symbiotic Wurm, but I was worried that I was getting dreadnoughted, so I think my play was still correct in a vacuum. But seeing what our opponent's on, it feels kind of foolish. Oh, they're trading with an insect. That's kind of weird. If you wait, you could... Maybe they need to do this for tempo reasons. I think I have to lose my lands now and just get Imp into play too. If they stifle the trigger, that... Oh, don't even say that. Don't will that into existence. They can frantic search a worm into play. I think I have to keep bashing into it. All right, careful study. Combat. Howdy, I was your opponent. Yeah, I didn't recognize your name. Great games. If you watch that video back on the Fluorescent Fungus channel, you're going to see me say right before you play the Ravenous Rats, please don't have fucking Ravenous Rats when you killed my Multani with it. That hurt my feelings. That hurt me, but very good games. That was sick. All right, is there a Wonder going to the bin? There's not. So we will be flying our Putrid Imp for sure. As a matter of fact, we will be getting Threshold. And now you can do what you want. No more Frantic Search, no more Arrogant Worm. What else did you discard? Just the Forest. So there's 3 unknowns in hand. All right, block a 1/1. Takes 7. You're a little bit dead on board right now. Waterfront Bouncer's pretty good here. I don't know if you can attack though. Gush? I would have Gushed before the Bouncer probably. Combat, full send, the only thing we can do. We plan to do a very specific thing this game and we must commit. God, Reanimator's so fun. It's not for everyone. Some people won't like just doing the thing like, get it, I did it. But like the idea, it's like putting it all on black. It's like just going to the casino, putting it all on black. You're like, okay, here's the thing that my deck does. Is it good enough? We're just going to have to find out. Like, we're just going to go all in and see. And when it works out, the feeling of euphoria is otherworldly. Okay, so you go to 1. Here's a Gemstone Mine. You have to either kill me or find a way to beat everything in play. They can bounce Putrid Imp, and if they can bounce Putrid Imp and put like 3 more Basking Root Walls into play, they might have it. Reanimator does make for some interesting board states, to be fair. It does. It really does. So here they can go put a blocker on the... Nope, they're not. They're just going to concede, which I think I agree with. Okay, Red Blast is probably okay here. I don't love Ray. I don't like Akroma that much. Ascendant Evincar is like medium. I think some number of crumbles are probably going to be mandatory because they for sure have Tormod's Crypt, right? All my creatures are good, is the funny thing, because they don't really have interaction. Sickening Dreams, I think I can cut the first one. Same with Animate Dead. I think this might be too many Red Elemental Blasts, maybe too many crumbles as well. Is Ascendant Evincar actually that good? It takes out Basking Root Wallas and exactly Basking Root Walla and Waterfront Bouncer, and it makes Aquamoeba a one-time use. Is that better than Maro? It's not like they can deal with it, right? So like Maro for Ascendants, and then we need to cut, what, 3 more here? So we cut like, I think we can like cut a petal, I think Sickening Dreams is actually pretty bad. And always go up to 61. It always works. Don't worry about all the games I've lost doing that. I also agree on being 0 Multani. Do you think Akroma's better? Because I could see that. Yeah, okay, I'm into it. Play the tempo game. I like that. Yeah, submit. Multani is basically only good versus not in control, in my opinion. Dude, that's fair. Oh no, how many did you gift? Reanimator, or I'm gonna call you 1 so I don't have to destroy your name. Gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. That's very kind. Okay, this hand does pretty close to nothing. I can hand size myself. I don't think that's good enough, right? Like yeah, that's not good enough. I'm not hand sizing myself. Mulligan. Here we've got the Reanimates. We've got the Worm. We don't have a way to get it into the graveyard, but we've got the Crumble. I think we're going to run the risk of drawing Stone Cold Nothing. But we have 2 of 3. We've got the Reanimate and the Reanimate target. Plus we've got a way to beat a Tormod's Crypt or something. So I think Paladin, I agree, we're keeping. But it's risky, but I think there aren't that many Reanimator hands that aren't to some degree risky. So my gamble this time is I will draw Careful Study, Sickening Dreams, or Putrid Imp, or Cabal Therapy. I've had a bunch of funny games versus Multani where I had to do things like plow my own wall so my hand got small enough to trade with it. Yeah, I took most of my dreams out. I think I left 1 in. You know, maybe I took them all out actually. View sideboard. No, I left 1 of them in. Just as like an extra way to pitch stuff. We'll go Gemstone Mine. I will just jam the Lotus Petal, I think, and then we'll chill. Next turn, if we draw like Careful Study, we're like in it. Of course, our opponent can have mana leak up at that point, but we're hanging out. All right, Wild Mongrel happens. What, did I just accidentally yield through my turn? I did. That was a misclick. I like zoned out and yielded through. Luckily, it didn't actually do very much. I can't do anything with my excess mana anyway. Careful Study for sure. Here comes a Root Walla. That's fine. Okay, there's a Phantom Nishoba. I think now we're just going to go to discard. I'm actually really glad I F6 through my last turn. I think our plan is to unironically go to discard next turn if we don't draw a way to discard our creatures. Pump Root Walla? Nope. All right, combat, pass to you. I think we're pitching Phantom Nishoba is actually the better one here. You think the plan was to go to discard from the get-go? That's fair. I don't often play Magic in a way that asks me to, like, hey, go to discard for me real quick. You know, it was actually supposed to be Symbiotic Wurm because they're very likely to have Naturalize. Yeah, playing the Lotus Petal did lose me tempo. That's a good call. At what point do you start pumping this Root Walla? Right now. So you have circular logic, blockers. So I go for it twice here. End step, my turn, untap, draw. I'm gonna play Undiscovered Paradise, and then I think because it's a trigger, I can crumble my own Lotus Petal. Okay, I don't want this Reanimate to resolve. I want them to circular logic it. If I had just gone to discard instead of playing the Petal, I think I'd have a better chance at winning this game. Because what they can do here is pitch a card to the Wild Mongrel, then circular logic the Reanimate. Then I can Animate Dead. But if they read that I'm trying to pump fake them, they can just let this go. Looks like they're not going to do that. Is that a Mystic Snake? No response. Here comes the logic. Yield to all. Yeah, it's a bit counterintuitive, but you should try to be a bit more conscious of it. Yeah, probably. All right, I cannot pay 3. And then Mongrel gets big. They're tapped out. So now we're hoping to dodge Daze. Animate Dead, Phantom Nishoba. White, black. It works. Don't naturalize me, bro. Careful study? Yeah. I'm F6. I got nothing for you. No attacks. I draw. Okay, I think I need to play a land that's going to stay in play. I'll do it after combat, though. Combat, attack. Yeah, this would be a sweet win to get, for sure. Damage. Okay, that worked. No response. I gain life. Now we can go City of Brass, tap this for black, play Putrid Imp, and chill. 1, 2, Waterfront Bouncer. That happens. Attackers. I think my best draw now might be... I think I'm going to block with Putrid Imp to force them to pump Root Walla. Then I'll just pitch Symbiotic Wurm, and then they won't be able to mana leak. Yeah, go to blocks. Block the Root Walla. And then we'll pitch Symbiotic Wurm, and they're not pumping, which means they have a little something for me. But I'm happy with the trade. End step... my turn. Draw a Lotus Petal. Combat. Ship in for 6. Damage. Gain some life. And then, are we just reanimating the Symbiotic Wurm? Puts them on the back foot? I think so. Let's go Paradise. Animate Dead. This probably doesn't resolve, but I think we're going for it. Black, whatever. Yield through turn. There's a mana leak. I cannot pay it. That dirty Waterfront Bouncer's going to get me. Crypty. No response. It's a little late for that, I think. Now they're going to have to play a super anemic game because they're going to have to like activate Waterfront Bouncer, which is going to cost them a card. So hopefully they don't have like exactly Arrogant Worm. I'm not going to hit that Tormod script because I don't want to lose my Gemstone Mine to Crumble. Ooh, where were you last turn, Red Elemental Blast? City of Brass, combat. Let's make him do the thing because Dark Writ's still a viable out to this. They pitch Daze. So now that the Daze is on the stack, we're going to blast this Bouncer and we'll pay a... All right, the red blast happens. And then also, weirdly, I kind of care about Threshold because of Putrid Imp. So I think I'm also going to crumble the Tormod script before the Animate Dead winds up in my graveyard. And this should have them pop it, which means they don't gain the 4 life. But then we have like an extra card in our graveyard for Putrid Imp or whatever, which if we end up in a racing situation could matter. And then that's all she wrote. You're up, opponent. Like drawing land Dark Ritual lets us cast the Phantom Nishoba, right? There's an Akroma. We're even further from casting that. Here's an Undiscovered Paradise and a pass. Yeah, if I did that in the reverse order, I could also have a blast in there. That would have been better. Attackers, blockers. I got nothing for ya. Land off the Dark Rit off the top. So we can cast Phantom Nishoba. This just is stone cold dead to permission, but I think that's the world we're living in. Because this will be 3. Yep, we can do it. Dark Rit. Pay a black, cast Phantom Nishoba for a white, a green, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is going to be the saddest mana leak ever. It's true. Oh, I think we have to go for this because it's not getting better. Foil? Or is this a frantic search because do they not have it? It's forbid? Oh no. Okay, the forbid will do. We'll go to game 3. Okay, we want to change nothing. I guess we're on the play. This Petal's even better now because we can do the thing on turn 1. I think Sickening Dreams is just not the way we want to discard cards. We're actually going to cut all of our Sickening Dreams. Let's go. We're on the play, so I think Red Blast is actually more important than Crumble. And a weird twist of fate? I don't know. Maybe 2 and 2. Like third one in? Okay. Bring it in. Submit again. All right, hand. We need a busted one. What does this do? Turn 1, Ascendant Evincar? It's just a 3/3. I guess we can do it off the back of Careful Study first. That way, if we get something better, I think we're keeping this. So there's 2 routes we could go. We could go either Putrid Imp. Wait, we don't have the Reanimate spell. Oh, I don't have a Reanimate spell. Well, I guess we're going to play this Putrid Imp. Oh, I got so excited about this opener. I should not have been. A Swamp. So now it's like, do we believe in study? We believe in study? Cast. I believe in careful study. Okay, we have an Exhume. Pitch Akroma. They won't have it, right? Pitch Evincar. And then, wait, I don't need them to not have it. Dark Ritual. Exhume. Wait, do I Cabal Therapy naming foil first? I think I'm going to name foil. No foil. Gilded Drake? Guys, it's bad. Wait, it's fine. I can just, next turn, I can get the Drake. So now we'll Exhume. I believe we'll grab, what else is in their hand? Let's keep track of it. We'll see if they think to Tormod script us. I don't know that it's correct not to. Yeah, we'll just get the Akroma, I think. Beep, beep. All right, combat. I did not see that coming. Yeah, they should crit me in response to Imp, I agree. We'll see if they think about it. Maybe they'll just have a brain fart. Maybe I'll just naturally draw my second Cabal Therapy and it'll be fine. Island Crypt. Yep, you got it. That is a crypt. Anything but the Forbidden Gilded Drake. All right, let's go. Imp. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. No, they thought about it. Yield. Oh. I'm going to let our opponent Drake our Akroma because that's got to feel so good for them. Well, in the video, please edit the anime meme to the Drake. Yeah. I mean, we could have sacrificed the Akroma to name the Drake. I don't think that's helping our position at all. Yep, you have an Akroma. No response. Yeah, Charlotte, that was a play I'd thought about. Like, okay, do we just like do that? Do we just sacrifice the, okay, do we block with the Drake? I think we have to, because then we can reanimate the Drake and get our Akroma back. Yeah, our goal was to make someone lose to Akroma, and that is coming together. Reanimate off the top. It could have been better. What else is in their hand? Wild Mongrel, Basking Root, Roll, a Deep Analysis. I guess we still have like a chance to draw Reanimate, because if we can reanimate that Gilded Drake, it's actually fine. Although they have infinite blue mana up. Attackers. It's so funny. If we had just not therapied, we would be in fine spot too. All right, Reanimate. Damn. I think, yeah, Reanimate, it's just outside looking in. Damn. We're 1-3. We're 1-3. At least the games are fire. I mean, the games usually are fire with Reanimator. Soft Mail is the opponent. I want my 50 play points back, even though I'm playing on the Daybreak account, so it doesn't really matter. I'll take the play. Okay, what does our hand look like? It looks like turn 2 Symbiotic Wurm, so we'll keep. We could do more. We'll revisit the deck, don't worry. I think I am going to play it with the Meddling Mages in the main, though. Tap, Putrid Imp, go. I'm not going to yield just in case Contagion. Plains. Phyrexian Furnace? For sure. This doesn't work the way that they want it to. My turn. Untap, draw. So I think we need to hit Wrath from their hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate Putrid Imp, and we are going to pitch Undiscovered Paradise. Then we're going to actually, we didn't even need to discard the Paradise. We could have just, no, we did. We need to protect the Cabal Therapy. Then we'll pitch Cabal Therapy, and then we're going to play a Swamp, pitch Symbiotic Wurm. Yeah, you can activate your Phyrexian Furnace, that's fine. And then we're going to tap for 2. We're going to cast Exhume. Then we're going to Cabal Therapy our opponent, sacrificing the Symbiotic Wurm, naming Wrath of God. Wrath of God. Watch them have Infest in their hand. Decree of Pain. Should have hit that, huh? I guess we can get the job done before Decree comes down. Okay. Combat. 1. Yield through turn. You're up. Let's see. Gerard's Verdict is going to gain them 3. That actually might wind up mattering. They get a Caves. Wait, it won't matter. Let's not yield through the turn, and we'll just discard the City of Brass in response. All right, let's activate Putrid Imp, pitching City of Brass, and then we can yield through turn. Verdict is gone. There's no reason to hold this. Go to combat after we play this Petal. Full send, and then yield. They draw step. Hopefully there's no Wrath of God in their hand, because we can race the Decree of Pain. We just can't race Wrath of God. Draw, combat, full send, damage. Now, they have 1 mystery in hand, so it would have to be like land in hand, draw Wrath of God, or the inverse of that. We'll play Gemstone Mine and pass. Opponent, are the mystery card, the 1 mystery card in your hand and the mystery card on top, and then the mystery card on top of that, because you're probably going to crack your Furnace. Do those contain the set Wrath of God on tapped land? We're about to find out. All right, we get there. Nice. So we're playing against Black-White, and they have Phyrexian Furnace in the main, so we're going to bring in 3 Crumbles. And then I think that might be it. This is a matchup where I actually like Wurm and Multani. What are we bringing out? I think 2 Sickening Dreams. I'll leave in 1 just for like discarding cards purposes, and an Animate Dead, purely because they're going to have like different disenchant effects. Evincar is okay if you can squeeze it in. It's a 3-3. I don't think it is. It's just not going to be fast enough. I think in this matchup, it's not impactful enough. Like, I understand that it beats Decree, but I don't think that's enough. Decree of Justice, that is. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Submit. I just don't think it's impactful enough to use a reanimation spell on in this matchup, because it puts them on like, what, a 7-turn clock? Big whoop. I think the big payoff here is really, it's just Multani. If I can get that into play, we start to look really good. It is kind of castable. That is true. off of like a dark red or something. I think we'll like keep this. We go turn 1 study. Like this fades to Tormod's Crypt or Phyrexian Furnace, but we can go turn 1 study and all we have to do is find land and then we can like Exhume. Or do we need to fight for something that doesn't on turn 1? Chat, what do we think? Sneep? I don't know if Sneep is right, but I think this is a keep. It will kill all of our insects. Good catch, Drafter. Yield through turn. Yeah, you duress. Probably careful study at this point because I've got double Exhume. Yeah, I like hitting the study here. Draw Cabal Therapy. I mean, I surely therapy myself here. That's the only way to get the things into the bin. Then we hope we draw a Black Source. And if they Tormod's Crypt us, we swiftly move to game 3. Symbiotic Wurm. Plains, no Gerard's Verdict. That's lucky. Land off the top. Oh, rats. Okay, now we're just kind of exposed to the elements. If they Vindicate, I guess we can seed. Step, sure. Cycle that. Plains. Yeah, they certainly have like swords. So this first Exhume isn't even going to do anything. Yeah, let's Dark Ret. We go for it now. We have to hope they just like randomly don't have swords, and they kept a 7, so there's like no chance, right? Exhume. Hope they also don't have dragon. I mean, dragon doesn't. Yeah, I guess if they have dragon, it's like pretty bad. Undead Gladiator, that's fine. Worm. Lose my black mana. They swords this. I think it's lights out. I mean, I guess we get one more Exhume. Okay, I gain 7. Dragon plus swords would have been bad. Although dragon's a 5/5. No, I guess that is quite a bit quicker than a 3/1. Vindicate my land. Let's go to game 3. No notes, no changes, submit. Oh, that was brutal. That hurt my feelings. Even in hindsight, I think that was like a fine keep. We need some stuff to go right, but it's Reanimator. Isn't that always the case? All right, we'll be on the play. This hand does everything but have a creature to reanimate, so a mulligan. This hand goes Cabal Therapy me. Okay, this hand's cooking. We Cabal Therapy me, name Symbiotic Wurm, reanimate the worm, flashback the Cabal Therapy, naming Wrath of God. Yeah, keep. Pitch Phantom Nishoba. Let's go. Couldn't you have therapy there before they got priority to swords? I didn't have a therapy, did I? City of Brass, Lotus Petal, therapy me, paying for a black. No response. I didn't realize I had a therapy in the graveyard. That was just like a brain fart then if I did have it. We could have fought that game a little bit harder in that case. We named Symbiotic Wurm. The one I pitched the worms to. I don't know why I brain farted that. Sorry, guys. That was a silly little mistake I made. Hit the Symbiotic Wurm with Reanimate, tapping for a black. And then we Cabal Therapy them. Do we name Wrath or do we name like Tormod's Crypt or Phyrexian Furnace? Because we can race the Wrath now, right? Like we have 7 dudes. I think we name Crypt. That way if we draw like a land, we can Exhume. Because this just races Wrath of God. Tormod's Crypt. We don't hit... No, Plague? Oh no. I don't know if we can race Plague. I should have thought about that. Oh no. Yield through turn. Wait, we can totally race Crypt, right? Or Engineer Plague. They can't play it this turn. Attack for 7. They can't play it that turn. Attack for 7. They can't... Oh, I guess they can race it. I guess we just like try to draw into Reanimate. Combat, full send, damage, land, go. Or another therapy would do it, yeah. They certainly play their planes. There's no more duress. Oh, it's barren more, so they definitely have the land for the Engineer Plague. Draw a good one. Combat. It's Jover. Attack with all creatures. Damage. Tap. Let's just cast this therapy. Target you, naming E-Plague. Enginee. Plague. Show me your hand. Yeah, you've got one. It's right there. All right. Do I need to hit anything else that's in their hand? Scrying doesn't do anything. Vindicate doesn't do anything. Gladiator doesn't do anything. Nah, we like having power in play. Go. So it's like top deck, second Plague or bust, I think. No, I don't take away lethal. They're at 6. I've got 7. But still. I don't think there's anything I need to hit from the known information. Cycle Undead, yeah, no 1-drop does it, right? All right, we secured the 2/3. I guess I'll go through notes on this deck. I'm not really the Reanimator master by any means. I'm not even particularly okay at the deck, but I kind of missed Akroma in the main board a little, but I don't think it came up that much. I think the configuration's fine because the split of reanimation spells are fine. I'm used to like 2 Animate Deads plus 1 Life Death, which is the split card in the back half is a 2-mana Reanimate. And that card, it's definitely below rate, but it like is another way that to reanimate that doesn't get blown out by Naturalize. The creatures in the main, I actually think the Multani, there might be something to having it in the main. I kind of did miss Oath in the sideboard. It didn't really come up in this league, but I could tell that like, okay, there's some matchups where if you just like switch to being Oath deck, it becomes very strong. Things I did like, I think right now, Elves seems to be doing fairly well. We see a good amount of Goblins. I think Ascendant is very good. 4 Rays seems like a really high number, maybe trim it down to like 2 to 3, but this deck's sweet. It's awesome. It's super fun to play. It's a deck you can just grind on MTGO and like get your, your 2/3s, your 3/2s, your 4/1s here and there, and then every few leagues you'll hit like the money gauntlet and you'll just 5-0 it, and that's really cool too because you can get through them very quick. Look at the length of this video. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will see you next time.